Welcome, Magas, to the Dennis Herrera Show. Man, I was busy. Had some doctor appointments to attend to today. Had to attend some family time. Guys, good news. Just want to let you know before Berniel jumps in here, if he comes by tonight, I want to let you know, you guys know that we need $2,000 to put our name on the ballot in May when 2026. And Berniel sent me half of that today. So I want a big shout out to Berniel when he comes in here, guys. Make sure you guys let him know. And that's right. A big shout out to Liberty. Liberty has actually become permanent blue, it looks like. You guys look beautiful, all that blue in there. You too, Omar, and green. Ah, man. I shouldn't be actually really joking too much right now because we had a tragedy happen in Washington, D.C. Believe me, I wanted to go live right away. But then I had to do some things for my mother-in-law and had to run some errands, and then I had to pick up my wife, and then I had to go to the doctors, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, Berniel, he made a pledge that we are going to put those $2,000 so that we can put the name on the ballot, and so he dropped down $1,000 for that, and I am very grateful. So big shout out to him for that. That's huge. Hey, Russ, how are you? Welcome. And let's see what do we got here. We got Rush, Omar, my man in the house. Robert. Let's see. Turkey prepped and making cookies with my lovely daughter, says Rush. Good for you guys. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Before I jump into anything else, what do you guys have plans for tomorrow for Thanksgiving? I might take the day off. We'll see. Whoever said married life is easy was drunk. Married life is not easy. It's not easy. I don't know who might have told you that lie. I'm angry about the Afghanistan refugee from my state. I don't know what's going on. What Afghanistan refugee? I've been missing something. Black Bear Cafe, he says. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Rush, I might have to go down there and get some of those cookies. Oh man. Yeah, Robert. It's very very cool. Berniel is he's the real deal. And that's one of the things is that if we can make a good job here in Washington State, man, why not go down and support California as well? I think Berniel is going to have a harder time in California. I mean, nothing's going to be easy, but we're going to go ahead and make sure that he gets his support down in Cali as well. For I think he said 2030. I think is what he said. So we'll see how that goes. My Liberty says I don't make plans. Somehow they always go south. I just go with the wind. Yeah, why not, right? If you have that one morning. Hey, David, how are you? Kevin, welcome. Free ice everywhere. If you know that there's a special day going on, and you didn't plan anything. Well, if you feel like it, and you feel like maybe a good idea comes onto your head. Hey, man, go for it. You know, go for it. Enjoy the wifey. Everybody wonders why I call him the boss man. He's very ambitious. He's a very ambitious fella. So I know that he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do. Not many people nowadays, keep their word on what they say. So I always take it with a little grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And I try to keep my word on everything that I say. And sometimes I just can't deliver. You know, I can't think of one thing, but I'm sure that sometimes I can't deliver. I can't say I'm 100%. I'm sure at some point I'm gonna mess up somewhere, and then somebody's going to throw it on my face. Let's see. Roz, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. If I don't see you tomorrow, of course, because I think I'm going to do a live tomorrow. So let's see, Rush, what you got? You got you cooked the turkey, potatoes, stuffing, gravy, and green beans casserole. Damn. Hey, babe, I might have to go to Eastern Washington to try some of Rush Babe's cookies and turkey. She don't even care. She don't listen. Frank Mendez, how are you? All right, guys, we're going to spend a little bit of time. If you haven't listened to it, or if you have listened to it, Rush Babe says that I can come over and eat some of the cookies and the turkey that she made with her daughter. Kevin says, God bless Mama Herrera. And thank you for her giving. Hey, I thank her for giving all the time, my friend. All right, let's get a little bit serious. I want to listen to this. I haven't listened to it yet because I've been busy all freaking day. I've been wanting to get on live, and I haven't been able to. So now we are live. We still got to touch up on a couple of things that we spoke about earlier today. Hopefully, we don't get kicked off the live. But we're going to go ahead and play President Donald Trump's address to the nation about these casualties that we just had. Very, very unfortunate. And I'm a little bit kind of pissed off about it, to be honest. But, you know, we keep telling people, and people just don't want to listen. But, all right, let the president speak.
My great fellow Americans, earlier today, on the eve of the Thanksgiving holiday, 2 members of the National Guard serving in Washington, D.C., were shot at point-blank range in a monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House. They had been deputized as part of the most successful public safety and national security mission in the history of our nation's capital, the D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force, which has achieved an unprecedented reduction in violent crime and crimes of all type. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity. The hearts of all Americans tonight are with those 2 members of the West Virginia National Guard and their families. The love of our entire country is pouring out for them, and we are lifting them up in our prayers. As we are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot, we're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve. As President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country. This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival. An example is Minnesota, where hundreds of thousands of Somalians are ripping off our country and ripping apart that once great state. Billions of dollars are lost, and gangs of Somalians come from a country that doesn't even have a government, no laws, no water, no military, no nothing. As their representatives in our country preach to us about our Constitution and how our country is no good. We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country.
Yeah.
We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling. That is why tonight I can announce that I have directed the Department of War to mobilize an additional 500 troops to help protect our capital city. We will make America totally safe again, and we will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that. During this time of the year, when we gather at home with loved ones, these two patriots were wearing the uniform of our country, patrolling the streets of our capital. They had taken a selfless oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that is exactly what they were doing when they were gunned down in a savage attack. I want to express my extraordinary gratitude to every member of the United States military who is deployed tonight, at home and abroad. I also want to thank the Secret Service and the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for their work today. This Thanksgiving, I ask every family to say a prayer for the two great heroes who were so horribly shot, and for their loved ones. Please say a prayer. May God bless them and comfort them, and may God bless and protect the United States of America. Thank you and good night.
If you want to stick around for this, we'll go ahead and stick around, and then we can continue the rest of the life. Father, we want to thank you, Lord, for your mercy, for your love. We thank you for your grace. Father, you are God, you are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and we praise you. We worship you. We thank you for everything that you do for us. Lord, we know that we are a world of sinners. But Father, we thank you for sending your Son, Jesus Christ, to come and die for our sins. We thank you that we have the opportunity to be able to pray and communicate with you. Father, tonight we pray that you strengthen the families of those two soldiers that we lost, those two patriots who served their country, who sacrificed their lives to be our protectors, taken away unjustly. Father, I pray for strength. Let your Holy Spirit comfort the families, Lord. Bring them peace, and then somehow bring comfort so that they may continue to live another day honoring their lives, being proud to know that their sons did a great duty for our country, and they died serving. Father, we thank you for your mercy. May your Holy Spirit be upon their families. We pray to you and to you alone, Father, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And thank you. If you pray that with me, God bless you. God bless you all. Not an easy thing to go through. I have been to many funerals, and there's not one time that you can say anything to bring happiness or peace or joy or really comfort. But that doesn't mean that we don't get to try. That doesn't mean that we don't get to be respectful. That doesn't mean that we don't get to be reverent. It ticked me off to hear the news earlier. 2:15 in the afternoon Eastern time is when this happened. Mayor Bowser didn't even want to speak to the press much. I know she's not going to seek re-election. But I was reading some of the comments in here that that you guys are making, and you guys feel the same as I do. And tonight we honor the families of those two soldiers that we lost today. I don't know how it happened. I can't believe that it happened, but it happened. And this just shows you that you cannot be easy on crime. Anybody that tells you that our ICE agents, our National Guard, or any of these people are our enemies, they just want crime to be free all over this country. Now, I'm not asking for violence or for you or anybody else that listens to my life to go out there and get crazy with everybody. All I'm asking is that you pray for our soldiers, that you give them your support. We are not going to go out there. We're not trained to be out there. We're too impatient. We'll lose our temper. We'll go crazy. And we'll probably cause more harm than good. So I tell you, as a brother patriot to you, and for those who you who are that love America and are in pursuit of that citizenship, just pray for them. Pray for the family. Pray for every single one of those agents out there doing their job. Life is not fair, and life is short. We don't know when we're going to go. So what matters is what we do until the time comes. So don't go out there acting crazy. I know this might upset a lot of you. I know that is causing anger to a lot of people. It does to me too. Pray for the families and pray for this country. You know, there's sometimes I feel so compelled to pray for our president, to pray for the administration, to pray for this country. And sometimes, you know, we live in a place where we don't see the violence, we don't see the killings, we don't see the evil that is in our country. And because we don't see it, because we don't experience that against us, we don't support the way that we're supposed to. As Liberty says, honor the fallen, honor them. I can tell you, I get happy when I see soldiers, real soldiers, not the veilers, thieves. You know, the fact that this happened just a couple of days after that video, telling the whole country, supposedly telling the soldiers, but didn't I say that it wasn't right to tell the whole country? They do it on purpose. Now they're trying to wash their backs. They're trying to wash their hands. They're trying to wash everything that they've done and trying to make an excuse for it. CNN says that a lot of veterans have been inundating their phone calls with support for that video. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're not in your right mind and you hear that video, what they're really telling you is these soldiers are following unlawful orders. That's what I hear. The soldiers are following unlawful orders, illegal orders. That's what I hear from this video. And this is why I say this is traitor behavior. Because if they really wanted to just tell the soldiers, number one, it is in their oath. And they know what they're making an oath to. They know what illegal orders are. Their leaders tell them. They know what they're signing up for. And if they really wanted to deliver the message, they should have done it to the soldiers themselves. How many times have you seen them over there talking to the military? Were they there making speeches for the 250th anniversary of the Army? No. They were doing No King's Protest. In the meantime, the rest of us were celebrating with the military, with the Army. Did they go over there and make a speech for the 250th anniversary of our Navy? No. They shut down the government. They didn't go over there and congratulate them. They can care less about our service people, our service men and women. And that's what I'm looking at. To say in public do not follow illegal orders. They don't even have to say it. The soldiers know, but they say it, insinuating that they are following illegal orders. And they made examples, the boats that are being blown up. They threw examples. They can't lie. And it was scripted. Somebody put it together and they took the role. They took part in it. I watched CNN and one of the cowards decided not to be part of the video, yet supports it. He says, oh, I didn't have time. They sent it to me too late, blah, 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 whatever. It takes you less than 5 minutes to read that speech. But he knew that it was wrong, and that's why he didn't do it. So for him to say that they sent the script or he didn't see it or didn't get it on time, there was an actual script. They were acting. They were delivering a secret message, so to speak. They were sending a message to the crazy people on the left that these soldiers are there following illegal orders. It is plain and simple. After this video, you circle around everywhere. This happens. Democrats have no excuse. They have no excuses. And they're running out of excuses more and more each day. We voted them into office. Who are you to say they are unqualified? Are you a service member? Are you a military expert? Are you a CIA expert? Do you know about how collecting intel? You know what the orders are? Do you know everything about military? Do you know everything about emergency acts and terrorist acts and the things that the president can and is authorized to do? His title is Commander-in-Chief. He is in charge of the whole military of this country, and we put him there. Who are all these people saying that they're not qualified? Who are you? Who are you to even make that statement? Who are you to say that they're illegal orders? Who are you? You're nobody. You're a civilian. Respect authority. I've been saying this how many times? Use your freedom of speech, but doggone it, your freedom of speech has consequences. It is meant to be used responsibly. You guys go out, well, not you guys, but people go out there and get this close to people's faces and yell at them. That's not freedom of speech. That's violence. That's you instigating violence. That's not using freedom of speech. I don't care how you slice it or dice it. You provoke me, you deserve what's coming to you. Why do we always say, mind your business? Why do you say that, Annette? What makes them so unqualified and dangerously unqualified? Go ahead and tell me what makes them unqualified. Give me an example. First of all, let me tell you something right now. The cartel has been labeled a terrorist group. We don't need permission from Mexico at all. And if Mexico does not want to control or fix that problem, then we might just end up going to war with Mexico. Do you really think they want that? That's assault. That's right. He has no experience. And how do you think military gets experience? By being in action, being in combat. Generals don't they're not grown with experience. They get it. If President Trump saw something important in him and saw that there was value on it, why not? A lot of the military people respect him. Do they like him? Probably not. Do they love him? Even less. But they respect him. And that's how it works. You don't get to say who is qualified or who is unqualified. You are unqualified to make that decision or to make that statement. You have no experience on qualifying experienced soldiers. You know what happens in war when there is a private? And they have ranks. They have ranks. You know what happens in war? The sergeant gets taken out. The next soldier takes that position. The next one gets taken out. The next soldier takes that position. No experience as a sergeant. That private can be moved all the way up to general with no experience as a general. That's not how military works. It is the qualified. It is the discipline. And I'm going to tell you how qualified he is. No, you're not qualified at all, Anna. You're nobody. Let me tell you how qualified he is. He has been able to reshape the military. He has been able to make men be real men in the military. He has made women feel like real women in the military. And he got rid of all this nonsense, transgender and sexual dysphoria. Men are not women and women are not men. He fixed that. That by itself qualifies him more than any dumb-ass general that pretended to be a woman with balls between his legs. Now hush, quiet piggy. You're unqualified to make opinions. Hexeth is more than qualified to lead that team. I think he's perfect. Love his attitude. Love his patriotism. There's nothing wrong about him being manly, and I support him 100%. If the president wants to make changes, the generals want to make changes. If that's how it works, okay, then it needs to work that way. But I can tell you the military is a lot more disciplined today than it has been for decades. Military, service people, Army, Navy, Air Force, etc. They are proud to be known that they are tough man, patriotic man, not little wusses. Wars are not won with wusses. Wars are won by real soldiers. And what qualifies somebody to be a soldier? The love for their country and to want to serve with honor, respect, and the love for this nation. That's what qualifies a soldier. A soldier that is willing to follow orders from their superiors. A soldier that's willing to make an oath to the Constitution and to follow the president's order and anyone above their position. That's what qualifies a soldier. If you don't pass the physical test, you do not become a real soldier. Now, there is many positions. And well, and I don't even have to say much about it. I got Time on my side. He's a veteran, a real veteran, and a patriot at that. Time, tell me, how is Pete Hegseth not qualified to do his job? David, respect and honor. Yes, sir. Thank you, David. That's right. There is physical tests. What do you think, Eric? What do you think? It's okay, Rush. We seen the videos, and he's ripped too. He doesn't think independently. What do you mean, Alberto? I love you, brother. I have to go. You'll be good. You'll behave. Respect another. They be Northwest of Georgia. David, thank you for being here, man. Your words mean a lot. You're my big bro. Take it easy. Eric, I wouldn't expect you to follow illegal orders either. That is correct. Oh, man. John James, I hope you have a great pavo real mañana, man. Have a good time with the family, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. I see you. Army Major, Warzone Service, Gitmo Service, Leader, American Badass. Well, there you go. Amplify says, I mean, I don't agree with you in most stuff, but I'll say this. Our military does need fixing. So much wasted money. Well, they need support, bro. They need support big time. 100% they need support, and they need a lot of love from all of us. From all of us. They need to know that they're respected. It will give them even more courage, more, I don't know, excitement, more proud to be serving you, to be serving us. You supporting them and loving them and giving them kind words will elevate their morale, and they will serve this country with even more greatness. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. There's soldiers that I have told stories of how they have gone and fought and many died for this country. For what? To come back and get spit on, being thrown stuff at them, getting insulted, and they get to enjoy their freedom and all their little entitlements that they have in this country, and yet they are disrespected and put down on the street. The fact that somebody allowed this idiot to go and shoot two of our soldiers just trying to protect, trying to be nice. See, this is what happens when they try to be too nice. They need to be soldiers all the time. They can't just be there smiling and shaking hands all the time. They got to be aware of everything. And we lost two innocent soldiers tonight. What a damn shame. What a shame. Any military accidents or errors will be the bad guy. We institutionalized the local veterans into militias to protect the community. Trump can stand your Latino ass. Carlos, not today, bro. We lost two soldiers tonight. Have some respect, will you? Just today. Tomorrow you can go at it again. Between the American people being armed in the U.S. military, pretty much the razor edge of a battle axe set on fire. Yeah. Yep. I hear you, Agus. Bruce is 5 feet, 135 pounds. Invasion in America or disarmament is a big no-no. Oh, no. We need to stay armed. Tyler, how are you, my friend? Good to see you here. Yep. Yep. I hear you, brothers. Yeah, they're dead now. Yeah, they're officially gone. See, Kevin loves my Latino ass. Nobody can be as gay as Kevin. We've been in handcuffs for years. Official says sad day. All my Latino Trumps agree, man. I mean, Latinos for Trump agree. Yeah, it's very sad, bro. Time said, I have to say, I am not feeling very Christian when it comes to the shooter today. I am flawed and my anger is vast. Time, forgive him, and let him have his peace. Let him have his consequences. Let God judge him up there. But here on earth, we get to judge them. Let God judge his soul. We get to judge him on earth. You know, the only reason why I'm okay that he survived and that maybe he won't die. For one, he'll probably get the death penalty anyway, unless he spills the beans and he says that either he was alone or that somebody is working with him or paid him to try to do it. Now I know cartels have been putting, bounties on ICE agents, etc. So who knows if it's a gang initiation or just somebody that thought they're tougher than blah blah blah, and who knows, maybe they thought they would just get away with murder and they went crazy. I will tell you this, guys, and I mean this. I'm really serious about this. I was not the same all day today since I heard the news. It reminded me of Charlie Kirk when that happened. And it pisses me off that two of our beautiful soldiers just die by our own people in our own country. I'm not the same, okay? I am not. But I can tell you this. I was walking around. All the stores are really busy. Streets are very congested. And as I saw people everywhere, Hispanics, blacks, whites, all kinds of different people. Some acted very normal. Some were out there with some rainbow hair. The way they dress is like crazy. There's no fashion statement. I mean, there is a lot of disorder and rebelliousness. The way that they talk, the way they express themselves. I can tell you many, many people have a lot of mental health problems. I seen posts on X that I can't believe that these people are adults. They just whine and complain and pout and pout and pout. And they say dumb things like trans women are real women, trans women are real women. And they just keep, just spamming on their post. And it's just like, what the hell is wrong with these people? What is wrong with people? So there is a lot of mental health problems, and there's a lot of disbelief, and people don't want to be religious. I get it. You don't have to be religious. But I can tell you that the more that we separate ourselves from God, the less that we trust that God is protecting us, the less that it will happen, the less that He will protect us. But I'm telling you, I looked around at everybody, young people, old people, skinny people, fat people, all kinds of people, colors, shapes, and sizes. And their minds, it is unbelievable. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm telling you, you will know what I'm talking about if you paid attention. A lot of foreigners don't speak English. A lot of Middle Eastern, Indian don't speak English. Unbelievable. That's not the problem. But the fact is that a lot of people that come to this country, they don't assimilate. See, they want to turn this country into their country. And that's not how it works. So we have a lot of illegal immigration problems. We have a lot of our own mental health problems. We have our own division that a lot of people on the left cannot accept that Trump is their president. They hate Trump so much, and not only Trump, but they add all of us in that group of hate. And I just don't understand why you do that. Because when I talk about Democrats, I'm talking about the politicians. When I talk about the people on the left being violent, those are my libtards. Those are different categories for different people. But we got to be honest, man. You cannot tell a grown-ass man to apologize for saying something that was not nice. Let me see if I can find a clip for you of something that I find very interesting. Okay, this is from my friend Brandy Cruz. Let me try to find it for you here real quick. Brandy Cruz, where are you? Here we go. Let me try to find the clip for you. 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours. Okay. Let me get there. There's one thing that I want you to see. All right, let's go here and see where. Here we go. Watch this.
Was the victim of a violent act. Says
Listen.
They've spent 8 hours in the trauma unit at the hospital and literally were worried that she was going to die. She received several stitches in the back of her head and was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury. She was also briefly knocked unconscious after this other student threw a pole off an elevated area onto her where she was sitting. So she has a traumatic brain injury. So that's how significant this there was nothing, unprovoked attack was. In the hospital, ICU, traumatic brain injury, stitches to her head. Okay? So that happens. That's all unfolding. The principal at South Kitsap High School sends this email out to parents. Says earlier today there was an incident. A student was engaged in unsafe behavior. Okay, that to say it lightly.
Listen.
Says that police were called. A decision was made to enter the classroom and remove the student who committed the unsafe behavior from campus. We have a long-standing partnership with Port Orchard Police, and we'd like to share Chief Matt Brown's response to the incident. So this is what was sent from the school, quote from the chief of police, as like this just happened, right? This girl is still in the ICU at the time with a traumatic brain injury. The police chief says, this was an error in judgment, and officers should have made their arrest out of the view of other students. It was not our intent to cause disruption.
Did you catch that? Now, I don't know how you see it, but there was this kid that threw some metal thing. It hurt 2 kids. There was a brain injury on this young lady here. Let me show you the picture so you can see her. And the police came in the classroom and arrested the boy. And the chief of police had to apologize for that. Now, I say that's good. You make an example and you let the other kids know what are the consequences when they behave in such manner. But no, they made the police chief apologize for this.
The officers have been counseled, and we will ensure our department is more cognizant of sensitive situations in our schools. We value our relationship with the South Kitsap School District and intend to be better partners moving forward. Understand this for a second. This kid throws a giant metal pole off a balcony, injures 2 students, sends one of them to the hospital with a traumatic brain injury. And the police department's apologizing for arresting the student in front of other kids. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that parents and students were like, what? There were parents and students all over social media contacting us saying, why is the police department apologizing?
Yeah, why?
For how this kid was arrested for doing something that could have killed 2 fellow students. Like, what in the fresh hell is going on here? And students were upset with how the school handled it as well. And the school sent out that statement that really seemed to minimize unsafe behavior. Oh, it's just unsafe behavior. No big deal. So actually, some of the students yesterday walked out of class.
Train your staff! Train your staff!
Saying, train your staff.
Train your staff.
Train your staff! Train your staff! Train your staff!
Train yourself or train your staff?
Train your
Kids walk out for all sorts of dumb stuff. I think it's a good reason to walk out.
Train your staff! Train your staff!
Come away.
Train your staff!
So they go out, they protest this. So this
No
is
justice, no
an
peace.
example, I think, of woke gone awry. It's like the kid almost killed 2 students. Yeah, you had to go in and arrest him. Sorry if that was traumatizing, right? And I think the chief of police understood that their original statement wasn't great, and that it gave the impression that they were downplaying the seriousness of what this child did, allegedly, and what they did to fellow students. So they had released this follow-up incident report where he apologized for the apology. God, to be a police chief these days, you can't get anything right. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Said, I want to address my messaging on that morning. I could have done better, and for that I apologize. I want to take a moment to express my regret for not wholly communicating.
Just listen how tough the police is over here in Washington State. Very, very tough. This is why kids don't want to commit crimes. Yeah.
My position. I fully support the officer's decision to make the arrest, etc., etc., etc. But instead of reading his apology for the apology, actually, the chief of police for Port Orchard, Matt Brown, was nice enough when we called to inquire WTF to agree to join us on the show today to explain. Chief, welcome to Undivided.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you know why this 16-year-old allegedly did this? Was it like for some social media video or something stupid?
We don't know the intent.
Okay.
As you know, legislation makes it difficult for us to talk to individuals under 18. So we do.
So we can't talk to teenagers committing crimes because they're under 18. How the hell do we fix the problem?
Not know the intent.
Yeah. Do you, how serious would you characterize the injuries of the other students?
I would say they're significant.
Okay. So what are we talking about here? Misdemeanor, felony?
The suspect was booked for a felony.
Gotcha.
Felony assault.
So this is, there's some anger in the community about how this is handled, I think, by the school and the police department. I think chief among those, and one of the things that took me off guard, is the apology for the way in which this student was arrested. So what was your concern about the optics of how the student was arrested?
So, first of all, the big lesson for me is, my communication needs to be just a little bit more strategic. But there are nuances to how we conduct law enforcement in the schools. I want to say out the gate, the officers did nothing wrong. Okay. They did an excellent investigation. We were on scene within 3 minutes of receiving the call, and we had the suspect in custody within 12 minutes of arrival. So I don't have any problems with their actions. The issue is, it's best practice to not arrest students in classroom, and that has nothing to do with whether they are going to be embarrassed, whether they're not going to be held accountable. We partner with the schools. We have similar goals but different missions, and theirs is to ensure that they have a safe and positive learning environment. So the goal is generally to not arrest students in the classroom because it's disruptive. That has nothing to do with.
So what do? You just let him go with class about anything is fine and there's no problems. And what if that person goes crazy right there in the classroom and kills more people? The stupidity of this chief of police. How embarrassing. Think with common sense. This kid, whatever his age is, teenagers, just committed this grave crime. Whether it was an innocent prank or whatever the hell he was doing for YouTube or TikTok or whatever, it is irrelevant. The fact is he did something to damage somebody. Brain damage on this little girl. And they're worried about disturbing the class with the arrest. What happens if he hurts somebody else? If he hurts another student in that classroom? Nobody asked him that question.
How the suspect feels or how the process is going to continue with that arrest and investigation.
Got you. So it wasn't meant to be like, we're sorry this student was embarrassed. It was more like, we're sorry we had to do this in front of other students?
It I could have written it better. I think when you read the statement that was published yesterday, if we had taken a tactical pause, I think that message could have been delivered better, and there wouldn't have been any issue. That's why I take, in my statement, I say, hey, look, I own this. This is on me. The goal is, as you know, everyone in our community has a different idea of how things should be done in the schools, and we try our best to make sure that we address things that we have the most support, and we do it the most appropriately.
Yeah.
And so there are individuals that a number of individuals in the community that don't want cops in schools at all, and so that's where the nuance comes in, where we really collaborate with the school district. We have a great relationship with the school district.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because Kitsap's a little different than Seattle politics, but do you guys have school resource officers?
The Kitsap County Sheriff's Office does. Bremerton does not. I believe Poulsbo, and I'm not sure about Bainbridge Island, do. We had a school resource officer for a number of years. When COVID hit, obviously there wasn't any in-person school, so we didn't have an SRO. They went back to hybrid, and in 21, our staffing levels didn't allow us to do so. And as one of the fastest growing communities in Washington State, we're really trying to play catch up with our staffing levels, not only to get back to what we had, but to get more. Our calls for service have gone up about 40% since I got here in 2019. And so we want to have a school resource officer. The school district wants us to have a school resource officer. It's more about getting to the level where we have the resources to do so.
Gotcha. And so just so I understand, it sounds like from your description, officers went into a classroom to arrest the student and take him out. Like, are we talking handcuffs in a classroom or what?
Yes. And again, minimally disruptive, but we wanted to speak to the community to say, hey, look, this isn't normal. We try to do it outside, but we also don't explicitly say we're not going to go in there and do that. I mean, the classic answer in law enforcement is, well, it depends.
Right.
If it's appropriate to do so out of the classroom, we will. Or, you'll have security or another staff member walk in, escort the student out. But there may be times when it's absolutely appropriate for us to say, we appreciate what you want, but this is
It is unbelievable that he has to apologize for that. To put other kids at risk and in danger because they don't want to put a teenager that just committed a crime in handcuffs in front of everybody else. That is the perfect thing to do. You send out a message to the rest of them to let them know that no, it's not okay to do this. And there's consequences. How do we deal with a minor? How about talk to the kid because his behavior is more likely coming from home? Parents need to put time for family, 100%. And I'm sure that the police went to the parents' house and explained the situation and they try to investigate what's going on at home. I am sure that happened. Man. But you know what? Liberty, you are the stream boss of the night. And we appreciate you, my friend. If you are a patriot, you will enjoy this little dance. If you are not a patriot or MAGA supporter, sorry about it, but this is what we do on this channel. Thanks for being here anyway. That's just how we celebrate when we get a new stream boss, the big boss, El Jefe, El Patron, Liberty, a.k.a. Mindspeak. Man, YouTube did you wrong, man. All right, let's continue with this, Chief of Police.
a better tactical decision, and then we will go in and get them.
Yeah, well, I think that's important to say because, people like to make promises, but you can't make a promise. You don't know what situation you might be confronted with in a school. And to say, we'll never arrest a kid inside a classroom, I think would be a promise that you wouldn't be able to keep necessarily. So what would your message be to students, these these students who were injured and their families who saw your initial statement and were very frustrated by it?
Well, I mean, again, I apologize. We can always do better. My agency has a very strong debrief culture, and part of that is anytime we have an incident, whether it be small or large, we sit down and we say, "Hey, what can we do better?" And that goes up and down the chain. We talk a lot about leading up, and I expect my staff and the community when I step wrong and trip, like I expect them to say, "Hey, can you do better next time?" Because that's how we continue being professional and we continue moving forward. So obviously, this is incredibly tragic for the two students that were injured, and our hearts go out for them. Again, we are here for public service and being here for our community. And the fact that I put out a statement that caused a little bit of a lot of confusion and misunderstanding instead of being able to have that more succinct is disappointing. But I own that, and we'll be better.
Hey,
because again, we don't want the community. I mean, you already have a tragic incident, and you don't want to compound the problem with misinformation.
Yeah, debrief culture. I wonder what it's like to be a police officer in this department. Can you believe that? I understand all concerns of safety and, of course, don't overstep. They're still minors, blah, blah, blah. But when something like this happens, when there's something violent, all bets are off, buddy. All bets are off. Go grab him, handcuff, take him. 16-year-old, that's adult size right there. They get no bigger than that, maybe just a little bit. But that's it. I mean, man, I was 16 years old. You're not going to be able to grab me that easy. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I beat up a 35-year-old when I was 16, so I think that 16-year-olds are just as strong as men, if not stronger than the average man. See, I don't trust or believe that bull crap that if you're under 18, you're untouchable. Hell no. Man, 15 years old, you're already dangerous. Especially if you're workout and you're fit and you're into sports and all this other stuff, that's dangerous right there. There's no question about it. Any criminal, doesn't matter what age, you're going to be treated like a criminal. Now, the judging system is going to tell you where you're going to go. You're going to go to juvie, or you're going to go to adult jail and prison, penitentiary, whatever, but that's the judge. But in school, they need to make a statement. They need to know you respect authority. The police is going to be here to protect you. And if you commit a crime, you're going to make the time.
Or misunderstanding.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that introspection, and I think parents will too. And that's really all we can ask for, right? Is what do we do wrong? What do we do different? And I think there's some compounded concern here about the disciplinary environment within the school, which really isn't your area. I mean, they have to deal with their discipline. If there's a criminal act, you guys have to deal with it. Sounds like kind of what went wrong here. And so I think there's a different disciplinary issue that the school needs to address, and hopefully they'll come on with us and do that. All right, Chief. Well, I got no problems with that. Sounds like you guys figured out what you did wrong, move forward from there, but we appreciate you coming on to talk to us about it.
All you got to do is just apologize and be in touch with your feminine feelings, and everything is great. Unbelievable. By the way, there is a shortage of police officers here in Seattle now, and they're starting to have problems because there has been sheriffs in different counties, cities, borrowing police officers from other cities and counties, that now they're starting to fight about it and be like, no, get your own police officer. Well, the budget, because now we're more socialist than ever, the budget is going to change. And, it seems that a lot of police are moving to other counties than King County, because they can make a lot more money on a different county and city than they can in a county and city that doesn't let them do their jobs as police officers. It is unbelievable, but that is the truth, my friends. That is the truth. Now, I believe President Trump has more posts in here. Let me get back to my account. Oh, my Lord. Senator Patty Murray. Notice a lot of what you're buying for Thanksgiving costs way more. You can thank Trump for that, because instead of doing anything to lower your cost, he's been focused on building himself a ballroom. Are you serious? Are you serious? So building the ballroom, which it's not being billed by taxpayers' money. That's really what's making everything expensive. Let me hear what she says. Let me hear what she says. Go ahead, Patty Murray. We'll give you a shot. We'll listen to what you have to say.
When you head to the store before Thanksgiving, don't be surprised when your receipt comes out much more than you remember. And don't forget who we can thank for that.
Yeah, the governors. Governors and senators that keep raising taxes to provide social services and live on socialist societies off the backs of capitalists.
This year, your Thanksgiving turkey is up 40%. Canned vegetables are also up about 5% compared to last year. Yams alone are up 188%. So much for...
I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
That, to me, is a problem. Now, I will give you this. As a matter of fact, I shared something with Trinity earlier. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone, and I'll read it to you, okay? So I sent her a text message today, and I was at Costco. Kevin, yes, I'll get there. And I was at Costco, and I showed her that I paid $3.66 for a gallon of gas, okay? Now, this is the value. Peep this. I want you to pay attention to this, my patriots. Don't be discouraged. Don't let them lie to you. I know what they're saying, but I'm going to give you one example, okay? Please. Don't give up. Don't let them lie to you. I know what it looks like, but I'm telling you right now, they're lying to you. I know what the real reason is for prices to be high. It is not the tariffs. It's not Trump. I guarantee you that. Listen. Right now, $3.66 a gallon of gas. Now, this is at Costco, of course. That's the cheapest gas, at Arco's cheapest gas. If you go to Chevron, $4 up to $5 per gallon. Diesel is above $5. Now, this $3.66 was down from the last time that I remember. The last time I remember was $4.89, okay? And I told her, I said, I don't know why these libtards don't believe us when we say that prices are down. But here it is. I went and I Google what is the highest price in gas. Well, here's what Google found out. The highest recorded average gas prices in Washington State was $5.56 per gallon for regular unleaded on June 16, 2022. It didn't go under $4 under Biden. Under President Trump, it went below that. Big time. So we got proof that prices are down. And we look at the economy, and then Biden raised the inflation rate up to 8 points, to 8%. And so we've gone from 2.9% up to 3%. It's still a big difference. But you compare the highest inflation under Biden, and you compare our highest inflation right now under Trump, you're looking at 8% compared to 3%. And what's most amazing, yet above everything else, is that the price of gas has dropped this low on top of tax prices being increased. Right now, these $3.60 that I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for the tax here in Seattle and Washington, it would be $2.62 a gallon of gas. Why is it $3.66? Local government tax. And that's not it. on the beginning of 2026, the new taxes are going to kick in. And guess what? A lot of small businesses, hundreds of small businesses have shut down here in Washington. Why? Because of Trump, they say. But they don't tell you about the regulatory tax. They don't tell you about their quarterly tax. They don't tell you about their increase of income tax. They don't tell you about the cost of doing business tax that they have to impose on the local business. They impose so much regulation and taxes. They force businesses to spend more money and to pay more taxes. And if you're not a business owner and you don't know how it works, if you are a business owner, you can tell me how it works in your state. But here in Washington state, you have to pay what you pay the employee, you have to pay it to the government as well. If you offer benefits, which the government a lot of times requires companies to do that, then they have to pay insurance company premiums as well on top of what you're going to pay for insurance premiums at that time. So not only are they paying their taxes, but they have to pay more taxes on top of the taxes, and then they collect taxes on the employees, and those employees have to pay more taxes if they work a lot of overtime and they go over the bracket of their taxes, so they impose another tax, a higher tax of percentage. Nothing to do with Trump. All of this happens right here, local government. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything the Democrats have done from day one has been go against Trump. Against Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. I wish they would have one time said something about Biden. Oh, well, hey, you know what? Inflation's up. It's crazy. 8%. People going crazy. No. Kamala Harris came on and said, well, prices are up because inflation is up. And, well, people got to tighten the belt. And they got to pay, well, more. Because the economy is doing great. That's why you're paying more, because the economy is doing great. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Unbelievable. You know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we find that clip? Because she says it better than me. Let me see. Let's see. Kamala on inflation. Let me see if that shows anything. Let's see. Let's try this video here real quick and see what else. Here we go. Yeah, don't take my word for it, guys. Let's listen, because I use my own words and my interpretations are horrible. So we'll let her. Let's get a little bit of better on that. Okay. What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this.
No, man, don't play your music. You're going to cancel my video.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
Yep.
And we have to understand what that means.
Understand this.
That's about the cost of living.
Yeah, libtards.
That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources.
You hear that,
That's
libtards?
about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously.
Yeah.
Very seriously.
We take it serious,
And
too.
we know from the history of this issue in the United States that when you see these prices go up, it has a direct impact on the quality of life for
it does.
all people in our country.
Yeah.
So it's a big issue, and we take
Yeah.
it seriously.
Yeah.
And it is a priority there.
You guys get that? Nemo, I have kids, and we will celebrate Jesus Christ's birthday. Don't be stupid, says Rush. Okay, well, there's that video, but there was more. Let's see what this one is.
I am Wendy Solares Suarez. I am here and I come before you as a mom. In my house, we live my
Oh, in Spanish. Why not? Spanish is the official language of America.
children, my husband, my parents.
5 daughters, and my parents living with us at home.
And myself. So we see in the news often that the cost of living has gone down. However, when I go to the store to purchase food, I see that prices instead are going up.
The cost of life has improved, but when I go to the grocery store, prices are up.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. What? What? Prices are up? Oh my gosh, what happens? What happened? Prices are up, guys. Oh my goodness. And by the way, guys, I know this is Noticias Univision, but I could have swore it says that she was born in California. She's 37 years old, and she's blah, 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 blah. Why is she speaking Spanish to the vice president? Like, you know, she can ask the question in English, and then they can translate it to Spanish. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just making too much out of it. But let's continue listening to the coming news. I mean, to the Noticiero Univision. Be nice, bro. Be nice. You're confusing my English over here.
I used to spend $250 a week in food, and now it goes up to $350.
$200 to over $350 in groceries.
No nada más ha subido la comida, sino
Not only do I talk about food, but utilities, clothes, everything is much more expensive.
And energy, clothes.
Sí, y bueno.
I bought a shirt at Walmart for $350. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there.
Pues yo soy de la clase media.
I am middle class, and I work a lot, and just like everybody else in the middle class, we work very hard. You said we're ambitious, but that ambition, sometimes it's really difficult to keep up with because we see life is going up, and we just simply cannot go ahead. We can't move ahead.
Women and
Get ahead.
We're ambitious, but it's hard to maintain.
So my question is as follows. What are you going to do to help the middle class so that the cost...
Guys, listen. Listen. The poor people want to raise taxes on the rich people. The middle class wants to know what the government's going to do to help the middle class. I just want to point out, nobody gives a shit about the poor. Everything is about the middle class and the rich. Nobody gives a shit about the poor. Why is that? I'm sorry. I had to point out the obvious. I'm middle class. What are you going to do to help me? I'm struggling. Think about the logic, guys. Think about the logic. I'm middle class. I cannot afford the groceries. Gas is up. Food is up. Everything is up. What are you going to do to help the middle class? And there is nobody else under the middle class? That's selfish. Woo! Let's go. Guys, you heard it from your fearless leader, okay? One of the reasons for prices to be high, it's companies price gouge. They raised the prices, and that's what, that's what she was going to tackle. But now that President Trump is in office, well, Democrats just don't think that way anymore, do they? Yeah. They don't say, hey, listen, Trump has lowered the cost of the oil barrels from $150 from Biden's time to now $58 a barrel under Trump time. That is $72 less per barrel of oil, thanks to President Donald Trump. Woo. Unbelievable. Remember, libtards, if you're in here and you're complaining that prices are not going down, Kamala Harris says is because there is a lot of big companies out there that are price gouging. They are raising the prices so high, and we need to tackle that down. All right, Kamala, she's very smart, guys. Let's listen.
For example,
I was in child support because my baby's mama lied to the social worker and said that she was taking care of my son, and I didn't give her $1. I got charged $5,500 in child support. And guess who was working 2 jobs? This guy. Guess who was getting up in the middle of his 5 hours of sleep? This guy. Guess who paid for all the diapers? Cash. This guy. Milk. This guy. No welfare. Clothing. This guy. His crib. His bed. This guy. I supported my son 100%. And yet, because the woman said I didn't give her 1 cent, I got charged $5,500 in taxes. Now, if you don't know what that is, back in 1996, that is a lot of freaking money. Back then, my rent was only $435. Now that one apartment is $1,700. Check the difference. That would be the equivalent of $15,000 debt today. And I had to pay that. You know what feels good? I owe 0 child support. 0. And my son loves me, and I love him. That's fantastic. Anyways, just wanted to point that out. Guys.
From Los Angeles, I live in...
Oh, my God, that's why she lost. Guys, she's a capitalist. She's one of us. Dang it, no wonder she didn't win. All Democrats love socialists. Oh, Kamala. Kamala. Did you guys know that she was a capitalist? Throw a 1 on the chat if you knew that she was a capitalist. And by the way, stay thirsty, my friends. Salud. Yeah, she has some polling. Uh-oh. Receipts are coming. What's going on here? Oh, man. Come on. Make Kamala sober again. Time didn't know that she was a capitalist. Number 1, if you already knew that she was a capitalist. Come on, guys. Let's bring this participation up. Level up those likes if you haven't done so. Come on. I'm sacrificing my time here for your entertainment. You got to give me a little something. It can't just be my best friend, Liberty, supporting me with all these wonderful super chats. I find laughable that she says she was from the working class. Don't worry, I'll fix your dyslexia. I read dyslexic as well, my friend. Son of a bitch. I'm from the forgetting class or a slave class. Now what? Oh, my friend. God bless you, Liberty. Love you, man. Let's see. Tom knew that she was a capitalist. Tom knew she was a capitalist twice because he gave a double vote. You know what? How about we do this? Let me see. I think I can do something here. Let me see. No. Where is that? I know there's a way. Let me see. Here we go. I need some assistance. Did you know Kamala Harris was a capitalist? There you go, guys. Let me get some votes in there. Let's go. Hit it. Get it. 24 votes. Uh-oh. 30% said yes, they knew. 27 votes. 30 votes. Come on. There's 243 people in here. Guys, come on. Participate. Oof. 59-41. This looks like a freaking... this looks like you guys are voting for her to be president. 33 votes, 61-39. 61 people did not know. Now, there's only one. Come on, did you know Kamala Harris was a capitalist? Now, I don't say it. She said it. You guys are my witness. 37 people voted. Heath, make your vote. Let your voice be heard, my friend. You can do it. 43 votes. Let's go. Let's get to 50 votes. Let's get to 50 votes and we'll close it. 57-43. 43% knew that she was a capitalist. 56 didn't. Very close. Very close. Very close. All right, we got our 51 votes. 52 votes. Rush, babe. Oh, how dare you, young lady. Behave. All right, 54 votes. 55 votes. People are still voting. Oh, Heath was the first one to vote. No, you weren't. I was the first one to vote. All right, we'll let it go for a little bit, see how many people actually respond. It seemed like almost half of the people in this chat, well, at least from the votes, knew that she was a capitalist, and more than half didn't know that she was a capitalist. I wonder what gave you guys that idea. All right. 61, that's good enough. Wow. Unbelievable. There you go. 56% of you guys did not know that she was a capitalist. Well, I mean, for the way that she runs, like every other Democrat, it's hard to tell who's a capitalist now, but unbelievable. Okay, Kamala, come on, guys. Pay attention, be nice, and listen to the plan on how she's going to fix this problem here. Hey, that's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know where she's getting the money from, but that sounds like a good idea.
That you can use then for other purposes.
None of the Mexicans on this crowd believe her, guys. Unbelievable. Ungrateful Hispanics. How dare you? That's the vice president talking to you. Not one of them believe what she says. Oh, man, she's funny. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. There's a $5,000 deductible for small businesses owners right now. Wow. Damn. I should have voted for Kamala.
Knowing what that will mean.
Let's see. Let
to extend it to $50,000.
50 from $5,000, guys. She was going to extend it to $50,000 for small businesses deduction. Now, I know that Mexican lady don't believe her shit, but I believe her. Bro, we should have voted for Kamala. Man. She would have put an end to the inflation. Forget about the 4 years where she didn't do anything about it. Forget about the 4 years where she didn't secure the border. But now that she would have been president, she would have done all of those things. We messed up, guys. All you people that came here just now, we are watching one of the speeches, one of the question and Q&A, I guess, that she had when she was running for president against President Donald Trump. And we're laughing because of her explanation on how she was going to fix all of this stuff. And yet nobody knows what the hell she's talking about. I'm just making fun of her. But, hey, listen, she said that the reason why prices was high and inflation was high was because big companies were price gouging. So that was at 8%. Now with President Donald Trump, we are at 3%. But 3% is still too expensive for everybody. And I think that is the price gouging. That's why people don't see that the prices have gone down. Because the government, I'm sorry, I got a sister that has a horrible voice. Maybe you guys don't hear it. So, thank God if you guys can't hear this. It's torture. So if I have to suffer, you have to suffer. Price gouging, guys. To all my libtards that come here to visit and hate on us, just know that Kamala Harris says that the reason why prices are high, mind you, it was 8% inflation when they were in office. It's 3% now that we are in office. And the reason why prices don't go down is because of price gouging. Plus, of course, all the interest and taxes that, the local government be putting on everything nowadays. I mean, I'm surprised they don't sell them mama with them. You want the old face for a video? There you go. Get that clip on. Get those photos going. I have a better one. And this one is actually on, it says right here, guys, on border security.
I am Carlos Garcia. I come from Yuma, Arizona, on the border. And as you know, your opponent.
Here's a guy. Carlos Garcia is a data analyst. He lives in Yuma, Arizona. Born in Arizona of Mexican origin. I wouldn't be able to tell he's Mexican by looking at him, obviously. And he's 32 years old. Damn. That is one old-looking 32-year-old. I'm not the one to talk. I look 60, but I'm barely hitting 50 here in a half a year.
Arrival, Donald Trump accuses you of allowing in a uncontrolled border, uncontrolled immigration.
Of allowing the border to be out of control, as well as undocumented immigration.
I am witness. I've witnessed of federal agents, as you mentioned, tired working long hours, the border closed because of the waves of immigrants that are coming, and fear in the neighborhoods because people are passing through in early hours of the day.
Fear in my community.
Damn, you guys hear that? The Mexican descent is complaining about illegal immigration, guys. I thought we did that. Maybe he's a Republican on the crowd. We don't know. All right. Liberty has given you guys a small break. from the slow torture of the night. Thank you for the super chat, brother. All of her plans were attractive, but men like me hear the consequences. I didn't support my taxes go to a third party for something that is our obligation as parents and to take care of our parents. I agree 100%, and I have another clip to play for you guys. Oh, my goodness. Is it here? No, not that one. I thought I had a video to play for you guys. Come on, there's got to be something. Okay, here we go. 1 minute. Wait a minute. You guys have to watch this so you know what I'm laughing at. Here you go, guys.
Do not come. Do not come.
She's the border czar. She's stopping illegal immigrants from coming to the border.
I'm going to come.
I'm sorry. We're going to hear that again.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Yes!
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Joe Biden said, come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
We must come together.
Oh, my gosh. Whew. I needed that laugh, man. I sound like my weekend nights. Woo. Sorry, guys. We had to break the ice, man. I know we had a tragedy happen today, but we already spent time on that, and to be honest, we need to laugh. So why don't we listen to the roast of Bill Clinton? Come, Baba.
Thank you, Al. Wow. That was good. This is a hell of a dinner.
They should have added that. Wow, that was good. They should have added that to the compilation. Maybe I'll work on it. Shoot. How are you, Freshly? Welcome, my friend. Good to see you on here. Oh, Donnell, you're right. 100% best president ever. Oh, man. We got to keep supporting this man, bro. We're not going to have him forever, guys. We're not going to have him forever.
Well, I want to thank Your Eminence. This is really great to be with you again. We love it. Governor Cuomo, our great senators. Hi, Chuck. He used to love me when I was a Democrat, you know.
He did? So he still loves him.
Mayor de Blasio, wherever you are. Where's Mayor de Blasio? Huh? Hello, Mayor. Come on.
Look at that. Look at that.
See, in the old days, I would have known him very well, but I haven't been doing so much of the real estate anymore. And I want to thank Al and Nan Smith. Just a fantastic job you do with the dinner, and congratulations on a record. Over $6 million, right? This is their record. And a special hello to all of you in this room who have known and loved me for many, many years. It's true. The politicians. They've had me to their homes. They've introduced me to their children.
I love this one.
I've become their best friends in many instances. They've asked for my endorsement, and they always wanted my money. And even called me really a dear, dear friend. But then, suddenly, decided when I ran for president as a Republican that I've always been a no good, rotten, disgusting scoundrel. And they totally forgot about me. But that's okay. You know, they say when you do this kind of an event, you always start out with a
Hey, you guys do know that he has a skin condition, right? That's why he has to do that. Did you guys know that? That's what I heard. He actually has a skin condition. That's why he does that. But it's okay. It's a good thing that you guys are always judging people's appearances. That's great.
Self-deprecating joke. Some people think this would be tough for me, but the truth is, it's true. It's true. The truth is, I'm actually a modest person, very modest. It's true. In fact, many people tell me that modesty is perhaps my best quality. Even better than my temperament. You know, Cardinal.
Cutting edge. Thanks for the super set. What do you mean? You lost me. Who the hell is Andrew Jackson? Are you talking about the slave owner from? Oh, Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know about Andrew Jackson, bro. You said Andrew Jackson, bro. Andrew Jackson was the black man that owned the slaves. He was one of the richest men in the United States back in the days on the slave times. All of you kiss my wife, please, and tell me how my dick. Liberty, are you drinking, bro? What? Oh my God, this guy is having a blast over there.
Roland and I have some things in common. For instance, we both run impressive properties on Fifth Avenue. Of course, his is much more impressive than mine. That's because I built mine with my own beautifully formed hands.
The small hands. The small hands.
While his was built with the hands of God, and nobody can compete with God. Is that correct? Nobody, right? That's right.
Yeah.
No contest.
He pulled the military out.
It's great to be here with 1,000.
He pulled the military out as the president, number 7. I can't believe that I read that, bro. Hey, just enjoy the roast.
Wonderful people, or as I call it, a small, intimate dinner with some friends. Or as Hillary calls it, her largest crowd of the season. This stuff. This is corny stuff. I do recognize that I come into this event with a little bit of an advantage. I know that so many of you in the Archdiocese already have a place in your heart for a guy who started out as a carpenter working for his father. I was a carpenter working for my father.
Level up the like, says the boss.
True. Not for a long period of time, but I was for about 3 weeks.
Salud,
What's
brother.
great about the Al Smith dinner is that even in the rough and tumble world of a really, really hard-fought campaign, in fact, I don't know.
Everybody give a shout out to Berniel in the house. We needed $2,000 to put our name on the ballot for running next year. He's already given half of that. So big shout out to Berniel for that support, for the love. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, and we're going to continue moving forward, full speed ahead. There is no slowing down. We're going to keep it real. So, guys, give a big shout out to Berniel for that big support. Robert, you already were here when I announced that earlier. But he deserves that support today, my friends. So give him a big shout out. Send some love to Berniel. He is the big boss. And as that, as we see, we need to celebrate. Let me see those emojis for Berniel. Berniel is the boss, el jefe, el patrón. He is a rock star, man. Big supporter, bro. We're going to go big time. Big time. Kevin says, Mr. Trump, when are you going to make no taxes for people that make under $200,000 a year? Bernie, that's my wife, Precious. Wishing you? All right, let's continue with the roast. Enough attention, Berniel. Stop stealing the show over here.
I don't know if you know Hillary, but last night they said that was the most vicious debate in the history of politics, presidential debate, the most vicious. And I don't know, are we supposed to be proud of that or are we supposed to be unhappy? But they did say that, and I'm trying to think back to Lincoln. I don't think they can really compete with that. But the candidates have some lighthearted moments together, which is true. I have no doubt that Hillary is going to laugh quite a bit tonight, sometimes even at an appropriate moment.
I don't want to ruin the show, but it's true. The wife is the boss of my show. I live for her, I work for her, and our children. That is 100%.
And even tonight, with all of the heated back and forth between my opponent and me at the debate last night, we have proven that we can actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me."
That's the best joke of the night right there. Man, she got some brown teeth. That's beyond yellow, guys.
And I very politely replied, "Let me talk to you about that after I get into office."
Guys, I'm sorry if you have a lot of teeth that are like you know, I don't have white teeth, but if you have gold teeth, I don't understand why rich people don't care. But you have dark yellow teeth with green all over, like a fungus green on your teeth, like Beetlejuice. Man, guys, you got to brush, man. I know we're coffee drinkers and all that, but we got to brush, man. Unbelievable. I want you to look at this. Like, I kid you not, guys. I'm not trying to be mean here to her, but you guys got to see this. I'm going to try to focus in there. Come on. Come on, guys. You got to agree with me. That is beyond. That is crazy, guys. Crazy. Unbelievable. All right, well, stop judging. Nobody's perfect.
Just kidding, just kidding. And Hillary was very gracious.
She can.
She said if somehow she gets elected, she wants me
Sorry, Cheryl.
to be, without question, either her ambassador to Iraq or to Afghanistan. It's my choice. But one of the things I noticed tonight, and I've known Hillary for a long time, is this is the first time ever, that Hillary is sitting down and speaking to major corporate leaders and not getting paid for it. It's true. It's true. It's true. You know, last night, I called Hillary a nasty woman. But this stuff is all relative. After listening to Hillary rattle on and on and on, I don't think so badly of Rosie O'Donnell anymore. In fact, I'm actually starting to like Rosie a lot. These events give not only the candidates a chance to be with each other in a very social setting, it also allows the candidates the opportunity
to
meet
true.
the other candidates' team. Good team. I know Hillary met my campaign manager, and I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are. The heads of NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC. There's the New York Times right over there.
What's crazy is
and the
that it's real.
Washington Post.
It's true. It's true.
They're working overtime. True.
Yeah, they are.
True.
Meldon, Ayate.
Oh, this one's going to get me in trouble. Not with Hillary. You know, the president told me to stop whining. But I really have to say, the media is even more biased this year than ever before. Ever. You want the proof? Michelle Obama gives a speech, and everyone loves it. It's fantastic. They think she's absolutely great. My wife, Melania, gives the exact same speech. And people get on her case. And I don't get it. I don't know why.
True.
And it wasn't her fault. Stand up, Melania. Come on. She took a lot of abuse.
Beautiful First Lady. Gorgeous.
Oh, I'm in trouble when I go home tonight. She didn't know about that one. Am I okay? Is it okay? Cardinal, please speak to her. I'd like to address an important religious matter, the issue of going to confession, or as Hillary calls it, the 4th of July weekend with FBI Director Comey. Now, I'm told Hillary went to confession before tonight's event. But the priest was having a hard time when he asked her about her sins, and she said she couldn't remember 39 times. Nah. Hillary is so corrupt.
Uh-oh.
She got kicked off the Watergate Commission. How corrupt do you have to be to get kicked off the Watergate Commission? pretty corrupt. Hillary is and has been in politics since the 70s. What's her pitch? The economy is busted. The government's corrupt. Washington is failing. Vote for me. I've been working on these problems for 30 years. I can fix it, she says. I wasn't really sure if Hillary was going to be here tonight because I guess you didn't send her invitation by email. Or maybe you did and she just found out about it through the wonder of WikiLeaks. We've learned so much from WikiLeaks. For example, Hillary believes that it's vital to deceive the people by having one public policy and a totally different policy in private. That's okay. I don't know who they're angry at, Hillary, you're right. For example, here she is tonight in public pretending not to hate Catholics. Now, if some of you haven't noticed, Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us. That's because she knows the jokes. And all of the jokes were given to her in advance of the dinner by Donna Brazil, which is, everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them.
Oh. Ouch.
Thank you. I don't know, and I don't want this evening without saying something nice about my opponent. Hillary's been in Washington a long time. She knows a lot about how government works. And according to her sworn testimony, Hillary has forgotten more things than most of us will ever know. That I can tell you. We're having some fun here tonight, and that's good. On a personal note, what an amazing honor it is to be with all of you. And I want to congratulate Hillary on getting the nomination, and we're in there fighting. And over the next 19 days, somebody's going to be chosen. We'll see what happens. But I have great memories of coming to this dinner with my father over the years when I was a young man. Great experience for me. This was always a special experience for him and me to be together. One thing we can all agree on is the need to support the great work that comes out of the dinner. Millions of dollars have been raised to support disadvantaged children, and I applaud the many people who have worked to make this wonderful event a critical lifeline for children in need. And that we together broke the all-time record tonight is really something special. More than 6 million net. The Cardinal told me that's net, Donald, remember. We can also agree on the need to stand up to anti-Catholic bias, to defend religious liberty, and to create a culture that celebrates life. America is in many ways divided. Thank you. America is in many ways divided like it's never been before. And the great religious leaders here tonight give us all an example that we can follow. We're living in a time and age that we never thought possible before. The vicious barbarism we'd read about in history books, but never thought we'd see it in our so-called modern-day world. Who would have thought we would be witnessing what we're witnessing today? We've got to be very strong, very smart, and we've got to come together, not only as a nation, but as a world community. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.
Amen. You think that's bad? That's not bad at all. Now, let me see what we got in here. Freedom, free eyes, learn to live with us, says Stephanie. Free transportation, let's go. Transportation for free, let's go. I am down for that one. I'll be honest. I'm down for that one, but I will probably never use public transportation ever again because you're gonna have those homeless crackheads going back and forth on the bus, and nobody can kick them out. There's no way to kick them out. Anyone here of the socialist Islamic mayor of New York City? First legislation he will put into place January 1st. Well, wealth distribution, he will give himself a salary increase and the board committee members. Maybe not. He might not do that. That would be too obvious. But he didn't say much about the Muslims protesting in New York against the Jews. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Let me find it here really quick. Where are you? Man. I might not be able to show this one, so we're going to skip that. But there is an actual, report on it from, of course, CNN on MSN. But let's continue listening to the last response here from our wise, very smart, and attentive ex-vice president of the United States of America. What's wrong with Kevin? Kevin's my boy. Is he misbehaving in here? Kevin or Kev? Name of Jesus is a pagan name. Oh, you're talking about Kev Dog. Not Kevin, bro. Kevin is, he's okay. He's part of the inner group. Verily, hanging by a thread, but he is. Don't kick Kevin. I like Kevin. I cussed him out enough times. He's part of the family now. Yeah, that guy. So, all right, let me go ahead and bring this down over here. It wasn't Pat Murray that I was going to show you, but she is on that list for some reason. You guys already know Rush Hour 4 is coming, and some people like it, some people don't. Let me get rid of that page there. Okay. All right, here we go. Zora Mandani's handling. Let me make sure that I make it big. What's up? You have a question? Okay. Let me make it big enough for you guys to see if you can. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, sure. You can read that. If not, get some glasses on. Hold on, guy. I got this, he says. Let's see. I never kick, just short mutes, nothing big. Yeah, don't kick. Just 5 minute mute is fine. But Kevin, he's okay. Kev Dog, on the other hand, I don't know. He's not a regular, so I'm not sure what the first of the name. If the creator is Elohim, Hawa, and Jawa, I don't know, Kev. Are you saying something? Said I don't believe it. Okay, yeah. So he's a non-believer. That's okay. That's okay, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Let him say that. That's fine. God bless America, minus the jealous troublemakers in the USA. I support the veterans and President Trump and J.D. Vance 100%. All right, we got another Patriot. Stella, welcome to the Patriot House. Everybody in this chat room, well, not everybody. We still got some haters in here. But, hey, let's take a listen and say, oh, man, Kev Dog, a lot of Jews are going to hell unless they repent. Just saying, brother. Nobody can be perfect. Therefore, you need Jesus. And if you don't, well, it's okay. We don't judge you. God will. Let's go ahead and read about Zoran Mondani. The U.S. CIS posts something on tweet. Let's take a look. What do they got? Let's see. Effective immediately, processing of all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals is stopped indefinitely pending further review of security and vetting protocols. The protection and safety of our homeland and of the American people remains our singular focus and mission. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the information there, Cutting Edge. Man, you're going to make me talk about illegal immigration again. Come on, man. People don't want to hear this right now. Man. Well, let's go ahead and read into the story here from Zoran Mamdani. This is what happened over there in New York. A pro-Palestinian protest outside of New York City synagogue last week has sparked accusations of anti-Semitism and underscored the balancing act Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani faces on Israel. The debate stems from a November 19th event at Park East Synagogue, a modern Orthodox congregation on Manhattan's Upper East Side. The synagogue hosted an event for Nefesh B'Nefesh, a nonprofit that works to facilitate and support North American Jews moving back to Israel. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Now, the whole protest was that they were chanting against them and saying that they shouldn't occupy stolen land or something. Let's go ahead and read into it just so I don't make up the words. The group Palestinian Assembly for Liberation, ABDA, New York, New Jersey, organized a protest at the synagogue in opposition. No settlers, that's the word, no settlers on stolen land. The group wrote in a flyer, protest the settler recruiting fair. Dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters gathered wearing keffiyehs and waving Palestinian flags just steps outside of the synagogue. The group chanted slogans including death to the IDF, or Israel Defense Forces, and globalized the Intifada, an Arabic term for rebellion and a reference to Palestinian uprising around the turn of the century. Mamdani's transition team is still grappling with the protests and its inflammatory slogans a week later. Several prominent Jewish leaders in New York have argued the event showed why they are worried about Mamdani. And a prominent critic of the Israeli government who will become the city's first Muslim mayor when he takes office on January 1st. Now, I don't want to be the guy that says, I told you so, but I told you so. Zero Nobody is his name, says Meldon from the Navajo Nation. And, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to go down to Arizona and visit my brother Meldon and his wife. That'd be awesome to meet. We will make the effort. We'll ask the wife next year. We're gonna see if, depending on how we're doing on this channel, we'll see if we can make some trips down to go visit some of you guys out there. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Mind Speak. Liberty for all. About immigration, I believe under Biden, the House was almost passed a law on migration and secured the border. But Republicans back out because Trump told them to so, because that was his model of campaign. I wish that was true, and I wish that I can say that is true. But here is the problem. When they asked Kamala Harris if she had been to the border, she couldn't answer because she had never been to the border. Now, this comment here comes because now she was running for president. And so she went and make a visit to the border, so she says. Somebody says that it was actually other people from her staff that went down there. But we'll say that it was her. And that's the only reason why she went down there. But let's be honest. She had 4 years to secure the border. President Biden, he didn't. He could have done it. President Trump signed it. He says, get it done. And it was done. So that's false information in my book. Because if it was Kamala, I get it. But Biden could have done it, and he didn't want to. Do you remember who was the one paying those buses and those planes to disperse all these illegal immigrants coming into our country? Do you know who was paying this illegal caravan of illegal migrants coming through Mexico all the way to the United States of America? Mexico knew about it, and that's why the Mexican president was allowing everybody to just go through. They had an agreement with the president of Mexico. How do I know this? A lot of the illegal migrants were caught on video talking about they were promised safe passage, money, all the way to the United States of America, and now the border's closed. Trump is not allowing anybody in there. And frankly, they said that all illegal immigrants that were coming to the United States of America decided to stay in Mexico because they were doing raids of deportations here in the United States of America. And so they felt there is nothing for them here. So now they didn't want to migrate here illegally. But what is the problem? The problem is that Mexico got stuck with thousands and thousands of illegal immigrants all the way from Central America, all the way down to Venezuela, etc. And now that the Mexican president cannot force or allow illegal immigrants to get through, now she has to listen to the Mexican citizens complaining about the illegal immigrants committing crime, making their cities and streets and communities dirty because they live on the street as homeless. They pitch tents, even though Mexican government is actually taking those tents down, closing down refuge camps for illegal immigrants. Now they shut down the southern border and they are deporting and they're making raids just like ICE is doing here, but they're making raids in Mexico and they are deporting all these people. So a lot of people that are illegal in Mexico are also going back down south to their countries. And that, my friends, is the news for today when it comes to illegal immigration. And that's how that's handled. Now, going back to the issue at hand, Mamdani, we told everybody, you vote for this guy. I can't believe I'm going to say this. But I said, you vote for this guy. He's a communist. You said, but Dennis, why would you say he's a communist? He says he is a socialist Democrat. Yeah, I know that's what he said. But if you remember this photo, this is actually something from his website. Do I still have it? Please tell me I still have it. Don't tell me I deleted it. No, why would I delete that one? That was a good one. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay, I think I still have it. No, where are you? No. Here we go. So there you go. This was his goal, right? You guys remember this. That was his goal. So freeze rent, okay. Creating city-owned grocery stores, that's communism. Fare-free buses, not such thing. Somebody has to pick up the bill, but okay. Expanding and protecting gender-affirming care citywide. Okay. Raising the minimum wage to $30 by 2030. Okay. End the ICE cooperation. Well, the Communist Party is right there. It's obvious. City-owned grocery stores. That's how communism works. Just so you guys know, socialism and communism is the same shit. The difference is that when people say they're socialist, the people stay socialist, but the government becomes communist because they take control of everything. You have to understand this. The moment you think socialism is awesome, okay, sure, whatever you say. You think giving the government control of your life, complete control of your life, is not going to give you communism? You got another thing coming. You were bitching and whining and complaining and crying and sobbing and yelling and kicking and pouting. And you were doing all this stuff when the government shut down. What the hell are you going to do when the groceries don't sell you nothing because the government is shut down? Who is going to run your free buses when the government shuts down? That's right. Communism. You might want to be a socialist, but the government will always be a communist. They have control of all of your life. They will freeze your assets. They will take your money if you make too much, and they'll give it to somebody that doesn't deserve it. That simple. Anybody want to argue that point with me? I'll give you a chance here. Let's see what we got. Man, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, he's a commie. Yeah, we know. He said he's a socialist. Now, when he was in the Oval Office, in the White House with President Trump, he said he was going to cooperate with ICE. Remember that? Well, that's not what that says. That one says, and the ICE cooperation. So he says he's going to cooperate with ICE. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Manuel, what are you? Oh, man, somebody deleted your comment already. Here we go. Manuel says, you are so wrong. Yeah? Go tell Cuba that. Go tell Venezuela that. Tell them that they were wrong. You go ahead and tell them. Go ahead, Manuel Correa. You go tell Cuba that they were wrong when they trusted a socialist that became a communist. You go ahead and tell Venezuela they're wrong because the socialist, the communist is not a communist. He's a socialist because that's what he said that he was going to be. My friend, I give you examples of what we already seen that happens in history and in our present time. Nothing changes. Now, you don't study. You don't pay attention. You don't listen to lessons from professors. Just so you know, the new socialist now is 3-in-1. The new socialist is a Marxist, it's a communist, and it's a socialist. All 3 in 1. So if you're looking for definition, forget about it. That's not what they believe anymore. Those definitions of what socialism and what communism is, it doesn't matter anymore. Now I can go find it. It's not a big deal. I can go find it. I don't have shit memorized. This thing is not important to me. So why would I memorize it? But let's go find it. Let's go take a look. Let's see. Socialism versus communism. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Now, we're going to give you the definition and see if this makes anything better for you, okay? How convenient to you. Information is at the fingertips of those who want to find the information. Socialism and communism both advocate for community or state ownership. Shit, that sounds the same to me. Of the means of production and a more equal distribution of wealth. Well, that sounds the same to me. But they differ in key ways. Communism is a more extreme ideology that envisions a classless, stateless society where the state owns all property and wealth is distributed based on need, from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. How big is your neighbor's needs? How much do you have to work to support your neighbor's children? Oh, it's phenomenal. Dark Hunter, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you, brother. Often achieved through violent resolution. That's key words right there. That's communism. Violent revolution. That's what that is, okay? Socialism is a broader term, advocating for social ownership of major industries through democratic processes, while allowing some private property and compensating individuals based on their contribution to the economy. Now, let me give you an example of what the new socialist believes. You already heard that part, and you probably don't speak English that good anyway, so you probably don't understand. But this is what it entitles. The definition doesn't mean shit to me, okay, just so you know. But this is what it entitles. The new socialist, which is a Marxist communist, is all in one now. They want to be able to, let's say, for example, happy Thanksgiving, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. God bless you and your family, my friend. I wish you a happy, joyful day, complete with prosperity and with true love in your heart for you and your family. Have a blessed one, my friend. I will probably do a live probably in the morning just to kind of wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. It's so good today. Happy Thanksgiving to those that I won't see tomorrow, okay? God bless every single one of you guys. Enjoy that turkey. And if you hate turkey, go get some chicken. And if you hate that chicken, go get some bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. Oh! All right. Sorry, that was an old commercial for bacon. I couldn't help it. All right. Anyways, enjoy yourself, sir. And family, of course. But here's the new socialist mentality. Let's say, let me pick one of you guys in here. Here we go. Let's say MindSpeak says, brother, I understand we don't like to prove wrong, but that bill to improve immigrant laws and to enforce the border was real. But Donald stopped that and Republicans agree. Well, this is talking, President Trump was not in office. It doesn't matter what he says. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. She's the one in office. So she's the one that has power. So even if Trump says it, so what? He's got no power if he's not president. All right, MindSpeak. He is the business owner. Guys, here we go, baby. This is how we make money. MindSpeak, a.k.a. my Liberty for All Guanaco friend, he has this great idea. And he has the money to invest. He has the money to get a warehouse where we are going to work. Now, he's going to invest and buy all this machinery and tools and personal protective equipment. I mean, he's investing all this. He is buying insurance because we want to make sure that the company is insured. Now, he puts all of that together, guys, and all 388 of us, 387 because, we're losing our brother here. 387 employees are going to come in. Now, no, what's that? No, Liberty, no. You cannot make that product. Everybody, gather around. We're gonna use democratic thinking here. Everybody, let's vote. What do you think? The owner here wants to make this product. You guys think it's okay? Everybody? You guys think the product that Liberty wants to do, is that okay? No? Why? Oh, well, yeah, that's a good point. No, Liberty, you can't make that product. But we have a better idea. What if you make this product and what do you guys think? This product is good? Good? Everybody? Okay, we vote. You're the owner. We don't give a shit. Democracy won. And then, you want to sell it where? No, you can't sell it. Guys, do you guys want to sell it here? He says we want to sell it over here. No? Okay, no, you can't sell it here. But this is how much you're going to sell it for over there. Everybody okay? Everybody Democrat? You guys are voting for this? I kid you not. This is what they want. The new Socialist Party, which is the Democratic Party that is not the same that we know, that's what they want. That's how they think. They want to make sure everything is voted on and that the company is going to make the product that they're going to make. They're going to sell it the way they want to sell it, how to sell it, and how much, and how the profits are going to be split amongst everybody. So screw you, liberty for all. Who cares that you spent all this money? Who cares if you came up with the idea? Who cares that you're the owner? Who cares if you're taking the high risk? And who cares if you sacrifice your family to be able to make this dream come true? We are socialists, and this is a democratic business now. So we are going to vote for the best of the company. That's it. That's it. Finn Wheeler says, yeah, that's what's wrong with voting on everything. That's it. So as I said, I learned that from a professor. You guys remember Professor Wolf? That's right. Professor Wolf is the one that has been indoctrinating all these young minds in universities. Yeah, he's one of the guilty ones. He's not the only one, but he is one of the guilty ones. And he's very persuasive. Now, I tend to discern very well. It's a gift that God gave me. And I can see right through his eyes how he deceives people. But he can't deceive all the people all the time. You guys know the line. But that's socialism. Do you still care about what the definition is? Because, well, here we go. How about ownership? Under socialism, ownership. Here we go. Social ownership of major industries allows for some private property and small businesses. Okay, that's nice. Communist, state owns all means of production. Private property is eliminated. Let me give you two things that Mondani has done in New York. Number one, what do you see up there? Number two, right there on that list, it says, well, right here, sorry. Right here, right under my finger, right there. Creating city-owned grocery stores. What am I reading here? State-owned all means of production. Private property is eliminated. There is a landlord, there is a landlord in New York. He cannot raise taxes because they have these high property taxes. They have to increase the rent, etc., to be able to come through. And he says this, the renters, or, the residents, they're complaining that something is not being done. It's not getting fixed, okay? And they're not paying the rent until the problem gets fixed. I get it. I get it. I get it. It should be taken care of. But this caught my eye. This caught my attention. He said, if he doesn't want to fix it, we are going to hire a contractor to fix it, and then we're going to bill him. If he doesn't want to pay that bill, we will take over the whole property. Government-owned property. That's communism. Very interesting, isn't it? All right. The economic system. This is the beauty of socialism versus communism. This is the most money-making machine and the best idea that we are just going to be so successful. Stay with me, people. Don't fall asleep. Economic system. A mix in the socialism, under socialism, is a mixed economy with government regulation and a free market. Private individuals and businesses can make decisions. Under communism, a command economy where the government controls all economic activity. Well, guys, here we go. What is the third point on Mondani's list? Fare free buses. Yeah. Free buses. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't fall under command where the government controls all economic activities. Yeah. Saying free is a screw you. Somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to pay. And if they can force the landlord to lose his property that is worth millions of dollars and they can take it like that, that's communism. But he's a socialist Democrat, guys. Well, you know what? That's not it. Let's go to distribution of wealth. Don't worry about the definition. We already gave the definition. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Distribution of wealth under socialism. Here we go. Distribution of wealth is based on individual contributions to the economy. Oh, that's nice. That sounds like the IRS, returning taxes, taking taxes from the rich. Anything that has been paid over, boom, is given to the poor. Bada bing, bada boom. I get it. Uh-oh. Somebody is mad at me. Hold on. Liberty for all is pissed off at me. Let's see. Okay, I heard you, but how about if I put on your needed hands to stay on power? As long as you do my will, that's why it is wrong with all politics. Okay. Whew. Bro, I thought you were going to go off on me, man. I'm like, hey, I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you what it actually means. I'm not making it up. I'm not putting my own words where I can confuse you or maybe accidentally lie about something. You scared me there, man. But thanks for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. You are the bomb, Guanaco. Y yo te quiero mucho, te estimo mucho. Un abrazote y no te emborraches tanto, cabrón. All right, here we go. Distribution of wealth. Under socialism, it is based on individual contribution to the economy. It aims to narrow the gap between rich and the poor through government redistribution. Now, back in 1994, my trigonometry math teacher told me that we were going to lose our middle class if this country ever goes into socialism. 1994. 31 years ago, he told me this. My trigonometry math teacher, which, by the way, I was an A+ on that class. That's right. You didn't know about that. But did you hear that? It aims to narrow the gap between the rich and the poor. Middle class. Pick a side. Either you are going to be allowed to make more money or your money is going to be given to the poor. And then you're either going to be poor or you're going to be rich. That is the new socialist future. And I ain't down with that. Now, the distribution of wealth under communism, based on the need from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. So if the government thinks that you don't need, then you don't get. Now, whether you want or not is irrelevant. If they think that you don't need, you don't get jack squat. Knowledge is power, my friends. And I am glad somebody wanted the definition of socialism and communism. Well, here's another one. Path to achievement. Socialism thinks is through democratic processes. We vote on everything, guys. This is fantastic. Reform, of course, we got to reform. And existing social political structures. Okay, that's what they believe. So that means that in order for the socialism to work, something already has to be established by capitalism that you can exploit and then use to your will. Now, under communism, the path is a violent revolution and overthrow of the capitalist system. Obviously, we have learned to lie to people so that they'll be forced to vote for us. How do we force them to vote for us? Well, first of all, it is an old tactic that Muslims have used in many, many countries. Many countries like, the Philippines is one of them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. They go to the poorest neighborhoods, to the poorest areas of the Philippines and the poorest countries in the world. And what they do is they give them some food. They promise them some assistance. You see what I'm saying? They promise them some economical revival. And when they don't agree, they use communism and they beat people into submission. Don't believe me? Go ask Filipinos that live in the Muslim community. They probably won't tell you face-to-face or in public where they can be heard by others because they will get beat down. But in private, they might just confess to you. I have heard a lot of them. Here we go. Role of the state in socialism. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, free food, my man. There you go. You guys know what I'm talking about. 1 cow, 1 acre. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. The role of the state is under socialism, a government exists to manage resources and provide social welfare, but does not have total control. Under communism, there is a theory. In theory, the state withers away once a classless society is achieved. In practice, the state has become authoritarian and all-controlling. There are stages. There are ways to form people into the new communism. And that eats at you. It eats at a nation, at a country, at an economy, like a cancer. And the more people, illegal or legal migration that happens in mass, it destroys it even faster. It's like an aggressive cancer that grows even faster before you can even treat it. Why are we against socialism? Socialism can only work as long as capitalism has given them the power to exist. You see, capitalism allows you to think, I can either work for a boss, I can either work, if I want more money, I can work overtime if it's allowed, or I can get a second job. But whatever time you sacrifice, whatever effort you put into it, whatever investment you make into it, you get that in return for yourself is a reward. Why is that a reward for yourself and why not everybody else? Because you're the only one that is putting the effort. You're the only one that came up with the idea. You're the only one that is sacrificing family time to be able to do 2 jobs so that you can invest in making your own business in place. That's capitalism. I'm going to give you one example. There is an ambitious man that I know, I recently met not too long ago, months ago. He's very ambitious, has a couple of businesses. That's not where he wants to stop. He wants to go bigger, not because of greed, but because he has a vision. He has an ambition to be all that he can be. And so he works his butt off, keeps his word, supports a lot of people, makes donations, charitable donations, helps where help is needed as much as he can. And he is allowed to do that because we have a capitalist system that allows him to acquire as more wealth as he can produce. By doing that, he has employees. He pays higher taxes. He helps the community, helps other people. And yes, that person is Berniel, and he's in the chat. I don't mean to put you on the spot, brother, but it's true. Capitalism allows people with vision to grow and excel according to how hard they work. I can't keep up with Berniel, I'll tell you that right now. The man is an entrepreneur. He's a business owner, self-dependent. He actually helps other people that are in need. So my hat's off to you, brother. I mean that. You can become a millionaire and you can provide many jobs. Do you deserve to have a big house? Why not? You work your butt off. Why not? You want a nice car? Why not? You want some nice vacations with your family? Why not? You put in the work, you get the rewards, and that's how it happens. Now, I'm going to give you an example why capitalism works. I have heard many stories of people that start as janitors in a big corporation, and sometimes because of their passion, their dreaming, their vision, their ethicals of work, etc., they have become CEOs of big companies, and they started as a janitor. In a socialist society, you can't do that. You see, you will never have enough money to invest to create more wealth. You just won't. They'll take it away from you. There is way too many social programs that just eat our money away, like locusts on a field. They destroy all the crops and leave nothing behind. So as the locusts are the socialists. The locusts cannot come and destroy any fields if there is nothing sown in it. If there is no crops, they can't eat nothing. Socialists are locusts. Capitalists, they sow and they reap what they sow. But if the locusts are allowed to come into those fields, they will eat everything and leave nothing for the capitalist. And they will lose that farm. They will lose that money. And the locusts, because they don't have that growth and they depend on other people's growth, they automatically kill themselves. Cuba. Go visit Cuba. Good luck. I'm sure it's gorgeous naturally. Go to Cuba. Find out what socialism did to Cuba. They became a communist. Never fails. The same thing happened in Venezuela. And let me tell you how that thing happened in Venezuela. It started with Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez, just so you know, Venezuela has over 300 billion barrels of oil, more than Saudi Arabia does. Saudi Arabia has the second largest deposit of oil. They're right below it, 200-something billion barrels of oil. On a side note, the United States wants Venezuela and the Saudi Arabia to be this close to us. We want them to be like white on rice. Two powerful oil-making countries on our side. With that being said, Venezuela is very rich. Why is it that 70% of the country lives in poverty? Because of socialism. See, socialism only works as long as the capitalist money is around. And once that money is gone, then the poor people, you who believe in socialism, start paying the price. Now 70% of the population is paying the price. Now, Hugo Sanchez spent a lot of money. And because there was so much wealth, the Venezuelans didn't get it. They didn't see it. He was able to bring down the poverty level down to 3%. 3% of the population in Venezuela. Look it up. Search it. Look it up. Don't say any moronic things on my chat. Look it up if you don't believe me. They brought down to 3%. And what happened? Hugo Chavez, he kept spending money on him, military, just to protect him, not for the country, just his own military, blah, 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 boom. Now we have Nicolás Maduro. He is a communist. They all started as a socialist, but they're communists, and they are all tyrants to the people. You see, communists, they don't like to have an opposition. This is why Democrats want to destroy Republicans. They don't want somebody that's going to challenge them because it will force them to do better and they will lose control of the people. See, right now they're winning. How? They have infiltrated our colleges, our institutions, our education, and all these systems. Number one, from when they're kids, they indoctrinate them into believing a new cult that they have created for them so that when they go to college, it's easy for them to learn lies. And they will start by showing you history, but not explaining why it's important to know history and how history has shaped the country that we're in today. Instead of teaching them that part of history, they teach them to hate. Think for yourselves. You don't believe me? Look it up. Going back to Venezuela, 3%. They have a democracy. They vote for the next president. 70% voted for the Nobel Peace Prize, which is now in hiding. Little by little, she's coming out in the open because she feels more confident by the day because the United States of America is taking care of business. Do we want the oil? Absolutely, yes, we do. But here is the difference. See, Nicolás Maduro has already offered everything that the actual Nobel Peace Prize winner offers us. Nicolás Maduro says, I'll give you that. Over $1 trillion worth of oil and access to my rare earth minerals. But you know what the difference is? President Trump says, no. You are the leader of the Cartel de los Soles. You're a drug lord, and I don't want your dirty money. The Nobel Peace Prize winner, President Trump says, I believe your people should be free. And we have a war on drugs. We'll get it done. We will get it done by strength. And we will achieve peace for Venezuela, and we will make one more potent, powerful, big economical ally that will now be on our side, practically our disposal. Now, how long that's going to last, I don't know. Bernie, thanks for the super chat, $50 on the house. Liberty for all, shut the hell up. Somebody just knock you off your throne. Berniel, Liberty was telling the whole chat in here, nobody wants to take me off the super chat. Well, here you go. Berniel just did. And I think Berniel just wants me to shut up and do a little dance. Let's go, Berniel, the boss. Let's go. Thanks, Berniel. You're the best, bro. Much love to you, bro. Liberty says, and that's why we're about to invade Venezuela. Let's be real. We are not to free people or to fight drugs cartels. Otherwise, we invade China or Mexico. What makes you think that we won't just yet? Just yet. Well, first of all, let's be real. We got a lot of millions of illegal Mexicans in our country, number one. It's going to be a bloodbath in America. I'll tell you that right now. Can we destroy Mexico? Yes. But why would President Donald Trump destroy Mexico? We can't. So the only logical thing to do, you can spam flags in support of America. That's okay, but don't spam stupid stuff. Here's the thing, Liberty. You see, when we go after the cartel, okay, the wars on the cartels, the logic that I see is precision strikes. We're stopping boats that are bringing drugs on the ocean, of course, that are full of drugs. We're just taking them out. Enough talking. Talking hasn't worked. So now we have a war on drugs. The other thing is, we know that Nicolás Maduro is a tyrant. He is a communist psychopath that has been oppressing his people, and we can take him out with precision strikes. minimizing casualties of innocent people. Notice I didn't say there will be none. Minimizing casualties of innocent people. That is the difference. Now, we are about to get a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. President Zelensky already agreed that we're going to sign this agreement. That's what he said. Will he do it? I don't know. The point is, President Donald Trump is making every effort to be able to make money, to be able to get future investments coming back to us. It's like a business owner, right? You're making all these decisions that, yeah, it looks like you're wasting, spending money here and there, but the reality of it is that we are counting on a big return coming back. So China said, we're not going to give you any rare earth minerals. So what do? Well, if Ukraine wants to make a deal with us, we want some of those. Well, what do we have in Argentina? Yeah, same thing. We want some rare earth minerals. Yeah, we get that from them. Now we got two countries that we are going to have to be able to grab some investments. And when they come back, bam, cha-ching, that's where we make the money. Now we're going to have Venezuela's rare earth minerals. Imagine that. Do you think that we're going to be dependent on China forever? No, my friend. No. We are getting ready to be independent from China. China has been sucking off our tit and taking all of our wealth. China has made so much money off the United States of America. Look this up. They made a replica of Paris, German towns, etc. They have built mega structures that don't work and have been taking them down like no problem. They have made so much wealth of the market. 1/3 of the market is in the United States of America, and they have been taking advantage of us for too long. So yeah, there is a reason why we don't go to war with China and Russia, and it's just a waste of money. It is a waste of effort, lives. Lives will be lost. Millions of lives will be lost. I mean, Russia already lost over 1 million soldiers. That's crazy, man. That's a lot of people. A lot of people. What's even crazy is that fentanyl has killed more than 800,000 Americans. American lives. Lives in America. So there you go. Get on the boat, little brother. Hey, man, I ain't getting in no boat, man. I am not going on a boat on that water over there. Everybody knows about it. Everybody heard about it. Everybody's warned. And yet these guys are crazy. I know, Camps. I know, man. It's crazy. All right. Egan says it's about to be a golden age for people that have 3D printers to print plastic and various other supplies needed. Tariffs are working, says Bingo. Mr. Adel. Oh, that's a new one. Mr. Adel says, or Adal. America has wanted Venezuelan oil for many decades. Oh, I believe it. Don't listen to this fool. Nicolás Maduro is just an excuse to invade. And, my friend, it's a very good excuse. Won't you agree? If it is just an excuse, think about it. Think about it. Is it a good excuse? That, my friend, is the question. And I love that comment. Let's go fishing at 60 miles an hour. Hey, that's how you get this marlins, bro. Don't you know? You got to go 60 miles an hour to get the marlin. You got to get the marlin, man. Maybe they are hunting for some Moby Dick. We know how the leftists like that. We like the movie whale, but they like the movie dick. Oh, man, I love that book. That's a great story. Who let the drugs in? Yeah, we need to find out. Let's see. Draconic chaos. Thanks for the super chat. What's the insult of the night? Let's see. It's funny you think these speedboats, they're illegally blowing up based on international law, by the way, which we don't apply. We don't abide by international law, just so you know. They bow to us. Are going to do anything to stop the drug trade. I don't think that it's I don't think that's going to stop it because drugs they don't just come from Venezuela, but is definitely going to make a statement. If you FAFO, well, we will be here to witness what happens. Agos says using now, if you don't believe that, please tell me that you don't believe that we went to planet B22 and we saw the massive bulks of water, but it was actually made out of methane, liquid methane. And also, we were able to look through the solid ice, and we saw that there's some rare earth minerals. This is just 100 light years away from here, guys. Tell me you don't believe that. Because I got to tell you, I'm a very deep space guy. I like all those Discovery news channels that talk about planets and stars and this and that. And, well, if they can tell that those sort of minerals are on those planets billions of miles away, I think they can spot a boat with drugs here on Earth. That's just me. Muslim gotta go, says Kevin. Yeah, I agree, man. I've shown a lot of love for Muslims. I really have. But the reality of it is two things, guys. Two things. If you think they're nice people, I'm sure they are. But that's because they're ignorant and they don't know what they're worshiping. Number one, their precious Muhammad, we know is a pedophile. Okay, that's one. Number two, the main goal of the Muslim society or brotherhood is to conquer the United States of America and the world and to force their religious laws, which was made by a government, by the way, to force people to do their will. These leaders, they're not happy, nice, friendly people. They're freaking evil. They're terrorists. They want to conquer you in a country where you're supposed to be free. So there you go, my friend. They do, man. They hate us. And like I said, if the Muslims are nice, okay, the Muslims are nice, but they got to know the truth. They are worshiping Muhammad, which is a pedophile. They have rules. Yeah, he married this girl when she was 8. And the rule is you cannot touch her until she's 9. What? So there we are. There we are. It's very crazy. Very crazy. Man, said he looked like a punk kid in the principal's office. Wasn't smiling, that stupid fake smile that day, was he? That's right. That was a fake smile, but he didn't have that fake smile. Actually, he did smile, but he smiled in relief that President Donald Trump didn't eat him alive. As a matter of fact, he didn't even let him talk, did he? Hey, but don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry. You call me whatever you want. What I want, says President Donald Trump, is I just want New York to be successful. I don't want to help him. I want to help New York because I'm a great New Yorker. I'm a great patriot. Oh, he played that card very well, my friends. Very well. Well done, Donnie. William in the house. Hello, sir. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. All is good. I hope you and the family have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Trump should deport him to Gitmo. Mike says, Mandani. Well, what's his middle name? Hakeem? No. Kwame Mandani. Yeah, Zoran Kwame Mandani. Yeah. Zoran Kwame Mandani. That's his whole name. Well, guys, I think it's a great thing that President Donald Trump made a deal with him. I can tell you that in the address that we played at first, he was pissed that these two great American soldiers got shot and killed, in Washington, D.C. So We did a prayer for him. If you guys were not here with us, we did a prayer for them, and we asked God to bring comfort and peace, and give the family strength, and that to feel honored that their sons have served with honor in the military and died on doing their duty, and I think that, my friends, to me is very special, and I couldn't ask for anything more from them. To give their life for our country, to save just one of us, is the greatest sign of love that anybody can have. To lay your life for another, that is the greatest sign of love. And they did that. They died trying to keep our city safe. This tells me that everything that President Donald Trump is doing, it's right. It's right. And there's no coincidence. As I said, there is no coincidence that this video of these traitors sending a message out in public, insinuating that our military are obeying illegal orders, that can set crazy people off. Now, it could be maybe just a coincidence. There are a bunch of gangbangers that have said that they were going to take the military out, so there's that. And I think those people that made those threats should be held accountable. I think that the age for criminals to be prosecuted should be lower, not higher than what it is right now. 15 years old. You commit a crime, you're going to be charged as an adult. At 15 years old, your brain is developed enough to know that what you're doing is wrong. And guess what? You make that decision, you can still change and be a good person, but you're going to live that good person in jail. You will not be out in the open. That brings me to another point, my friend. Actually, you know what? Before I say that, I'll probably forget it later, but let me just say real quick. I am all for 100% more police. 100% more police. Khalid. Oh, man, I can't believe you guys let Khalid be the boss of the stream chat. Oh, you know what's happening. Now you get the shortest celebration because that was because of not a super chat, but I think that was subscribers added to the channel, and that, my friends, gets you a small dedication. Let me see here. I need to check where you guys got me here. Did we hit that? Oh my goodness! So I thought that we were gonna hit. I think we were at 11,600. You guys got me so much closer to 12,000, and we are now at 11,742 subscribers. Thank you all for the love. Thank you for the support. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Berniel, I don't know if you were here in the morning, but they kicked me off live like 3 times. And the 4th time, they let us stay on. But, you know, when we started this morning, man, I started so good. I was very relaxed. I had some good information going on. I didn't have no, like, videos playing or anything like that. And they kicked us off 3 times, bro. And when I first started, it was about 400, almost 500 viewers, and it was growing. And then I ended up talking to myself. We got disconnected. And then Liberty tells me that I'm not the only one, that I guess a lot of other people have been going through the same thing. So Man, I don't know, guys. I'm going to tell you something. If I go live and I get kicked off, I'll go right back on live. And so, if you guys are interested, you can always rejoin, etc. Now, I have been starting a little bit later. I wish I can start earlier, but there's a couple of good shows that I'm sure a lot of you guys, are more than likely to watch. And so I want to give you guys some of that time. And I think the good time to start is maybe more like around 8 in the morning, so that you guys can watch your shows from 6 and 7 a.m. For those that are East Coast, of course, it's a little different. But those that are on the West Coast time, that's the time that I'm talking about over here. Okay, so depending on your time zone, West Coast time, you guys can add the hour, 2 hours, or 3 hour difference, whatever it is on your time. Berniel says, level up those likes. Don't disappoint. And Dennis, I'm your supporter, and the good or bad count on that. Bernie, you do not have to say anything else, bro. You have paid for half of the fee. Just so you guys know, it is a $2,000 fee to put your name on the ballot to run for governor in Washington State, and Berniel has given us half of that already. So I thank every single one of you guys for your support, for your love, for sticking with me every day. I want to say in specific, my man, Tyler, when they come in, William, you with your gestures, I appreciate you. Robert, Brian, Time on my side, love to see the veteran on my side. I feel safe on my live. Sometimes I feel like he kills everybody that comes in here, sometimes a little bit too much. Saltwater is very big supporter. Rush Babe, one of my favorite Washingtonians, of course. Who am I missing? I'm missing a lot of people. But to all my members, I want to use this time to say thank you guys, just to my members, for everything that you do every single month. I understand that people can't be members every month, but as long as you are my member, I appreciate you. And as long as you keep showing up in here and giving me the thumbs up and just, keeping me positive, keep pushing me on, continue to cheer on this new journey that we're going to be embarking here in the next 6 to 7 months. I believe it's going to be a long run, but I'm excited. I'm like sitting on the sideline right now. Coach, put me in. Let me go take somebody's head off. And let me just get in there. That's how excited I am. And you guys, all of you members, muds, people that come in here, support me. And let's not forget, yes, Kevin, of course. Kevin is over here still throwing some comments to make my wife feel happy, but Kevin's gay. Kevin can take it. That's a real man right there. Love you, Kev. And then Ken, of course, Heath. There's a lot of guys. Junior Vasquez, our Puerto Rican. Is it Puerto Rican? Yeah, I think I said Dominican before, but I think that was an insult. I think it's Puerto Rican. Thank you all for that. I want to take this little moment to give you, my members, thank you for being with me. I was actually trying to read the chat while you guys got the recognition there. But let me see. Okay, so you guys already answered Travis. Travis says Dennis entered the U.S. legally. Yes, 100%. Became a resident, and then I was a resident for 2.5 decades. Can you believe that? 2.5 decades, because I wanted to make sure that if I do become a citizen, it has to be because I love this country. And well, I decided to become a citizen, and I was granted the privilege of being an American citizen. And I love the welcome that my patrons have given me, and I appreciate that. Travis also says Dennis will receive less than 1% of the vote. So by that low bar, I think that I might get all the way up to at least 48%. I know, it's unbelievable. Let me let you in on a little secret. Is there any libtards in here? Okay, I think the old libtards left. So all of you patriots that are in here, let me give you an insight, just a little tip. I have a gift given by God. When the time is right, that gift will show. And all the glory will be given to God. I want to let you know that. With that being said, I love you too, Kevin. Love you too, my man. Thunder Loco, what about your favorite troll? Dennis, toma, cabrón. Bam, bam, bam. 3 times for you, man. 3 times. I know you're still gay. Loco. It's still gay, man. Edgar says $30 an hour minimum wage will mean $60 burgers, man. Not by 2030. I mean, yeah, maybe about $25. I mean, I don't know how expensive it is in New York, but damn, that is pretty steep, my friend. Travis says none of the above will beat Dennis in the election. Travis, you son of a bitch. That's good, bro. It took me 2 seconds. I'm not going to lie. It took me 2 seconds to understand what the hell you just said. You said that none of the above is going to beat me. Ah, that was good. That was good, man. I like it. I like it. This guy. Oh, man. All right. Thunder Loco said, oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I'm hitting the like button, but don't forget, you're still gay, Dennis. I appreciate you, Loco. Thanks for the likes. Guys, you got me to 200 likes, I think. How many likes did I get? Let me take a look. 200. Oh, dude, that's it? Seriously? 211 likes. You're going to tell me after 3.5 hours over here baking on this sweater because it's getting hot in here, 211 likes? Bro, we got 226 people watching. What happened? I bet you this video's got about 20,000 views already. 20,000 views, 211 likes? Oh, man. Come on, people. Get with the program, will ya? No, you know what? To be honest, my goal is to have at least 100 likes. It doesn't matter how long I take on here. I've been here for 1 hour sometimes, and you guys give me more than 100, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hitting those likes. Much love to you guys. Hey, man, it is great to be here with you guys. If you're going to have a Thanksgiving tomorrow and you're not going to be able to make the chat, I understand. Believe me, I understand. So, guys, I hope that you guys have fun with me today. Just know that my channel, it is for entertainment purposes only. And anything that we talk about politics, it's my decisions, my opinions, and the way that I see things. When it comes to religion, it is God's word, not mine. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Hey, if I don't see you tomorrow, I want you guys to have a blessed, wonderful Thanksgiving. Cool Cat Renee, thank you for joining, my friend. This is the end of the show. Thank you all to my supporters, to my members. Love you all. God bless you. You got about 1.5 minutes of music. Hit those emojis. And God bless you guys. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Peace out.